What is up, Wholesale 2 Million family? Today, I'm going to share with you guys how to buy your first Airbnb. Basically, I'm going to share with you how I'm going to be buying my first Airbnb and how we're planning to make 100 G's off this Airbnb, $100,000 a year. So you guys are in for a treat. If you enjoy this video, please show your boy King Kong some love. Boom, smash that thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, be sure to boom, smash that subscribe button. And make sure you turn on the bell notification so when I upload a new video or when I go live, you get notified. Also, too, if you haven't followed me on Instagram or Tickety Talk, go to Khang, Khang, dot like a period, WTM. Let's rock and roll. So first off, I want to say the whole Airbnb is actually the wifey's ideas, okay? So I'm going to share with you guys the entire process of this Airbnb and how you can copy, duplicate, and do the same thing. So we went, basically went for a real estate mastermind in Arizona. Went for a real estate mastermind. We typically go for this mastermind. It's called Collective Genius. Some of the biggest real estate investors in the country come and join this, and it's only invitation only. You got to do over like 100 deals a year to be able to join this mastermind. We pay $25,000 for it, and typically we will meet in Florida or California, but this time we meet in Arizona. And I think this is probably the second time that we came back to Arizona. And the wife, she loves Arizona. She likes the weather. The weather in the summer is actually it's actually a little too hot, but she definitely likes Arizona. Where we're at, it definitely rained too much here during the winter time. So she was like, hey, you know what? And obviously we're starting to stay at these Airbnb. So she's like, man, I really like these Airbnb. She's like, hey, it would be nice to be able to own an Airbnb. We can, obviously rent it out when we're not living there. It could be our vacation home. So she's like, this is perfect. So anyways, so she decided, you know what? I'm going to do my first Airbnb in Arizona. And then in wintertime, we can go there and we can stay for whatever amounts of time. So we try to look, and she wants it to be a nice Airbnb, right? She wants everything to be done already for her. So we reach out to some local realtor in the area, and we try to look for some stuff on the MLS, but everything that we seem like we submit the bid, even if we coming at asking price, there's people that are paying over asking price. And as an investor,
come on, man, shit.
I can't do that. You know, as an investor, I can't do that. I can't be paying more for what the thing is worth. So, anyways, we tried that like a month or two, and it didn't work out. And we're like, you know what? Instead, let's go ahead and do some marketing. Like we would look for wholesale deal. So we dropped some marketing in Arizona. And guess what? I think within like a week or two, we got our first, within a week or so, we got our first deal. And let me show you. So this is the company, all right, that I use to go and pull distressed property for wholesaling. And this is the same company right here that I use to pull a list. And we end up pulling a high equity, basically high equity absentee owner list, which means I think the wife, she targeted about 50% or more. So they gotta, 40% or more, which means they gotta have at least a 40% in equity in the house, all right, to be on the list. So basically just go to this company. We've been using them for many, many years. This is my affiliate link with PropStreams. You get a 7 days free trial with my affiliate link. It's deals for the number 4 menow.com. If for some reason, if you punch it in and it doesn't work, go to the link in, just go to the link in my descriptions. And you get a link to PropStreams. You get a 7 days free trial. After the 7 days, if you don't like them, you can just disconnect. It doesn't cost you anything, no string attached, okay? So we went there, we pull a list, and obviously once you pull a list, guess what you have to do? Next, you have to skip trace the list to get the owner phone number. So guess who else I use? My own skip tracing service company, KingKongSkip.com, the most affordable and best skip tracing service that you need for your real estate investing career. Only 8 cents per skip. Minimum order is $4. Okay, so you take the list and obviously you go and then you skip trace. If you don't want to use my skip tracing service, that's completely fine. There's many other ones that you can use. If you got no money, there is one that's called TruePeopleSearch.com. TruePeopleSearch.com. You can also use them for free as well, okay? Now, how do you know that this state or this area is good for Airbnb? That is a great question. Obviously, we never done Airbnb before. So how you want to do it is you want to call some local realtor in the area. You want to call some local realtor in the area, right? The one that actually not just an agent, but also an investor himself. Basically, they also invest and they are also realtors. They'll give you the advice. They'll give you their opinion on if it's a good area for Airbnb or not. Because in some states, Airbnb are not good because there's a lot of restrictions. All right, leaning towards the whole Airbnb things. Okay, so you got to make sure that you dial that in. Call some local. I wouldn't just call one realtor. I would call a couple realtors, at least 3 realtors, just to confirm and make sure that it is good to go. Now, after that, how do you know that it's also a good Airbnb? Like how much money you'll be making from that Airbnb? Well, guess what? So the wifey did the whole thing here, and she trained Angie up, one of our assistant, one of our gals. She's been with us. She's a stone cold killer herself, and she's really good at what she does. So I'm gonna bring her on and have her share with you guys exactly how we know actually the amount we're gonna be making per month from that Airbnb, and basically you can predict, right? Because once you do the math. And once you do the research, you can predict how much you'll be making from that Airbnb. So, welcome, Angie. What's going on, Angie?
Hello, King Kong. How you doing?
Okay, hold on a second, Angie.
Hello.
Okay, so Angie, for some reason I can't hear you, but I'm gonna hand it to you, Angie. So go ahead and show people how do we know basically getting the numbers for the Airbnb.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. All right.
And for those of you who's watching, can you comment in? Can you hear Angie? For some reason, I know that I can't hear. I don't know why. But I hopefully you guys can hear her. Angie, make sure you. I think you can share your screen, right?
Did I? It's not. Is it sharing?
I think. Okay, I gotta add it. Okay, there it is.
All right.
Oh boy, Angie, what's going on?
All right, so here we are.
Okay, there it is.
All right. So to start with, you're gonna get an address, correct? You're gonna search up that address of the property that you are looking to buy, and you're gonna put it in your search area. Right now, I'm just doing generally Scottsdale. And once you search that up, and then you're going to select dates starting from at least a year from then, so that you're not hitting any like when you order an Airbnb like a week before, it's kind of the price is really high. So you want to make sure you're looking at the dates in 2023. So I'm doing 2023 January 8th to the 15th. All right, and then you're going to push search. In the filters, you're going to make sure that the house is very similar. So you're going to do 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, whatever the house that you're looking to buy. And you're going to go ahead and add in the certain amenities, the house, apartment, make sure if it has a pool, then add that in there so that you can find the best, the closest, the most similar property that they have. All right, you're going to go ahead and push show. And then here is going to be a list of properties that are the most similarest to the one you're purchasing. You're making sure that it looks similar, the outside. You can, because you can always upgrade the property that you're buying, but as close as possible. Let's say for this one right here, you're going to go through, make sure that it has the same amount, the size is the same, 6 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, whatever one you're looking to purchase. You're going to have these 2 open, and you're going to start searching through the dates. That's how you're going to be able to find the exact amount that you're going to receive every day. That way you can calculate it. So you go through February, you're going to search it, find that same property, and see which one, exactly the price for the day. Then I go ahead and I put in the address, and then I show how far away from like popular areas it is, because location is very much key in this situation. You don't want to have a property that is too far away from shopping centers and certain areas, public areas. So then I would put in how much daily times 25. 25 is how many days out of the month that would be occupied. You want to subtract some days that maybe it's not booked, or certain days that don't end up getting booked. Then you would times that by 25. You'd get this number, which is how much you would make a month before any expenses. You'd subtract mortgage or any type of little expense that you think that might be, and then you would get your monthly payment. You make sure you go through every month by the number of days so that you get the most accurate number here. In Arizona, February for some reason is the most popular, so it will spike up, but you don't want to overcharge because then you won't get the occupancy rate. You would add it all up here, and then that's what you would receive yearly. And then to look at the occupancy rate, you would actually find that property, go into the dates, and when you search back, you'll be able to see if you see how the properties are checked out. That means that they are already fully booked. And this is already in 2002. So you can tell that by this property, it's actually pretty popular. So it would have a high occupancy rate. All right.
Angie, are you good? Are
Yep.
you done?
All done.
Give me a thumbs up. Okay, Angie, thank you so much for your time, Angie. I apologize I didn't hear you, but hopefully everyone can hear you nice, loud and clear, and it seems like they can. Thanks, Angie.
Let's go.
All right. Anyways, I honestly hope that you guys will enjoy that. So that's pretty much typically the whole entire process of how it is just to find the Airbnb and how to determine how much you're going to make on that Airbnb and is it worth it or not. And listen, the beauty about Airbnb is that even if you, so let's just say if you buy the property and if you're trying to keep it as a long-term rentals, okay, and the number doesn't make sense as a long-term rentals, but guess what? If you can turn that into Airbnb, you can make any number make sense. So let's just say the property worth $400,000 and you pay, let's just say you pay $425 for it. So you pay more than what the property's worth. So if you were to do a long-term rentals, maybe you can only get like $3,000 from it per month. Which means if you have a mortgage of $400,000 and you're only getting $3,000 in rent, that number is not going to cash flow, right? Which means it's not going to cash flow. It's not going to make sense. But if you can turn that into an Airbnb, guess what? It'll make sense. So the nice thing about Airbnb is you can turn something that doesn't make doesn't make sense as a long-term rentals, but you can turn it into Airbnb where the number will make sense. And another thing, another tips I want to give you guys too is that when you buy an investment property, make sure that you put it in an LLC. So if you get a loan with the bank, if you put it in an LLC, typically you have to get a commercial loan. Then that means they require a 25% down. But guess what? If you put in your personal name, that means it will go onto your credit report. And when it goes onto your credit report, it's going to hurt your credit because the credit card company, the credit bureau, what they do is they look at the amount of debt that you owe. So when you have so much debt on your credit, right, it will jeopardize, like your credit score won't be as good. So typically, if you have the money for it, I would, plus if you put it in an LLC, it's going to be a lot better for you as well. But once again, if you put it in an LLC, you have to put at least 25% down because now it becomes a commercial loan. All right. And the nice thing about, so now for those of you looking to, okay, here's the thing that you got to understand. If you're looking to buy your first Airbnb or Airbnb, your first property. So let's just say you already have a existing home, like a resident that you live in. Now you're looking to buy an Airbnb, like a vacation home. So when you talk to the lender, make sure you said, hey, this is my vacation home that I want to live in, and typically probably Airbnb out when I'm not there. So as a second home, right, you only need to put 10% down. But if you say that is your investment property, like a rental, then you have to put 20 to 25% down. Make sense? So just tell them that it's your secondary home. So it only requires you to put 10% down versus if you say it's a rental, you have to put 20 to 25% down. Okay. So that is pretty much, that's all I got to share with you guys today. I'm trying to keep this video very, very, very short. But for those of you, if you're watching this also too, is I'm doing an early Black Friday sales. For those of you who's interested in any of my courses, link is right in the descriptions. I'm doing early Black Friday sale for those of you who's interested. So let me see if you got any questions. I'll answer any question I got. Got about a couple minutes here, and then I'm gonna hop off. Once again, if you enjoy this video, if it does add value to you, that's the main reason why I'm doing this video. Boom, smash that thumbs up. Now, I haven't physically seen the property, but we're gonna close on it. We're buying this property. I don't know if I ran the number with you or not, We're buying this property for $390,000. It's probably going to need about $30,000 to $35,000 in updating. So the wife want to make it really nice. So we're probably going to end up doing some paint, new flooring, carpet, granite countertops, stainless steel appliances. Probably no carpet since it's in Arizona, but she wants to make it really, really nice because she wants to get top dollar for her Airbnb. So it's probably going to cost us about $30,000 to $35,000 to actually renovate, rehab this property. And then after that, so we bought it for $390,000. All right, we're going to put about $30,000 to $35,000 into it. And after that, this property is going to worth about $5, I would say in the $575,000 or so. So as you can see, so basically the day that I'm going to close on, okay, so check this out. I got this property under contract for $390,000. We sent an appraiser to go out. So this is the process you want to go, okay? So when you put a property under contract, next you want to also get an appraiser. Typically, the bank will send an appraiser to go out to appraise the property to see if the value is there for what you're buying at the property for, because they can't lend to you if you're buying it for $390,000 and the appraiser comes out and it only appraised for $370,000, right? So if it comes in low, you can use that appraisal value to obviously renegotiate with the seller. In this case, we're locking up on a contract. We're buying it for $390,000. It just appraised for $490,000. So the day that I'm going to sign this contract to buy this property, I already built in $100,000 in equity. Boom! And that is how you do it, my friend. Typically, it's hard for you to get these kind of a deals on market. So what I do, once again, is I go to this company. It's PropStream. This is my affiliate link with them. We went there and we pull a list of high equity absentee owner, which means they don't live in the property. So it's either vacant or is currently rented. This one happened to be a duplex, so it is a rental. So you can go to deals4menow.com, deals4menow.com, or link is in the descriptions. Go check them out. You get a 7 days free trial with them. So the best deal you can ever get in real estate, it's off market, where no one knows about it, where you deal directly with the seller. That is the best deal that you can get, okay? The next thing we're going to do is we're hiring a home inspector to go out and inspect the property. I don't care if it's new construction. I don't care if it's a remodel. I don't care, whatever it is. Always make sure to get a home inspection. It doesn't cost you that much. So this home inspection is going to charge us around $800. $800, okay, to go and do a home inspection. Home inspection is extremely important because they will come back with a report and they will tell you, because they dig through the house and tell you, they go through the crawl space, the attics, they look at everything, okay? And you need to know that, because a lot of times what it is contract that they go through and they don't look thorough enough. And then you might later on, once you bought the property, like you go in the crawl space and all of a sudden there's a big mess down there. It's going to cost you way more than you anticipated. Home inspection is key. Listen, if you're going to put a couple hundred G's to buy a property, $800 is nothing. Pocket change. And if you can't afford the $800, then maybe you're not ready to buy a house or an investment property. If you understand what I'm saying. Basically, you buy a car, but you're afraid to buy the gas, which means you can't afford the car in the first place, my friend. So spend the $800, but it will save you a lot of headaches, a lot of stress, and it will save you a boatload of money. How do I know? Because I've been through it. All right, saving on pennies. So that's what I mean by stepping over dollars for penny. You're saving the $800, but you might lose on an $80,000 rehab. Like you might have to put in more money than you anticipated. But yeah, you get a home inspection. So we're going to get a home inspection to come out here, look at the property. If there's nothing wrong with it, it seems like it's just cosmetic. So I'm just going to move forward to buy the property sight unseen. I've never physically been there, but with the home inspections, you can get some contractor to go out there to verify the informations, right? That way you can calculate your numbers and you can decide to move forward or not. But once we put 35 G's into fixing this property up, it's going to worth around, I think, 575 plus. Especially with the market where it's going at right now. So the day I sign, I got $100,000 in equity. After I rehab it, it's probably going to be more like $150 in equity. So I just built in $150,000 in equity. And then after maybe 6 months or a year, I'm going to do a cash out refi where I'm going to pull my initial investment that I have into the property back out. All right. Probably make a little bit extra money. All right. And any money that when you do a cash out refi, any money that you make from it is tax free, my friend. All right. It's tax free. So you don't pay any taxes on it. And now I can take that money and go do another one and another one and another one. And you just keep on using that same money and you just cycle it over and over and over again. And that, my friend, is how you build generation wealth. Thank you so much. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for the love, for the support. Until next time, take care. Have a great rest of your Thursday. And I'll see you tomorrow, Friday, on a live cold call role play. Once again, if you enjoy this video and if it does add value to you, please show your boy King Kong some love. Boom! Smash that thumbs up. And also, too, you're new to the channel, boom! Smash that subscribe button. Take care.